Hello everyone and welcome to my podcast. You're listening to Seraphina Speaks Little Girl, Big Questions. The show that delivers you my take on topics that are important. I'm your host, Seraphina Marlena Durbin. Let's go right ahead to the show. Hello listeners and welcome to another episode of Seraphina Speaks. How are you all doing? It's lockdown here in the UK and we're staying home to protect lives. So, today's episode is all about the word fat. You might be wondering why I'm choosing to talk about this word. Perhaps you think it's an unkind word and a word that could hurt someone's feelings. Before we go any further, I think we need to find out what the word fat actually means. Let's hear a quick definition from my trusty dictionary.
Fat, noun. A naturally oily substance occurring in animal bodies, especially when deposited as a layer under the skin or around certain organs.
Fat, adjective. Having a large amount of excess flesh.
Now, neither of those things sound bad to me, but I have noticed that people use the word fat in an unkind way. They might use it to make someone feel ashamed or sad about themselves. The word fat is really just a descriptor, the same way you could describe something as long or round or see-through. I think we need to stop cringing at the word fat. It's a normal adjective, like skinny or short or tall. We don't think twice before we use words like that, so why do we think fat is such a bad word? Perhaps it's because society has a problem with the idea of people actually being fat. Listeners, this is ridiculous. Everyone in the world has fat. Some people have a lot and others don't have very much. But that doesn't mean that one person is better than the other. I reckon us kids can change the way we feel about the word fat. In fact, isn't it time that we realise that we all have different bodies and they're all wonderful, exactly as they are? Listeners, I would love to know what you think about the word fat. Will you email me with your thoughts? My email is seraphina@seraphinaspeaks.com. If you or your parents are on Instagram, you can follow me on there too. Search for seraphina.speaks and hit the follow button. That's it for today, listeners. Thanks so much for joining me and exploring the word fat. Stay safe, everyone. See you next time. Bye. Wow, I hope you enjoyed the show, everybody. If you like what you hear, click the subscribe button. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to check the show notes. Leave me a review wherever you listen to your podcasts, because then more people can find my podcast.